Welcome, my dear friend. If you're here, chances are you've always felt different, as though the world around you couldn't quite understand the depth of who you are or the power you carry. You've likely experienced moments where people's reactions to you felt almost overwhelming, as if they couldn't handle the intensity you radiate. And that's because, as a chosen one, your energy is not just powerful, it's transformative. You weren't born to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to live in the shadows of what others expect you to be. Your energy disrupts the status quo, awakening others to their own truths, whether they are ready for it or not. But this gift isn't always easy to bear. The world, as it stands today, is often fearful of change. People are so accustomed to hiding behind their masks, pretending to be something they are not, that your authenticity becomes a threat to their carefully constructed identities. It's in these moments of resistance, discomfort, and misunderstanding that your true power shines brightest. You see, embracing your power means accepting that you will challenge the very foundations of the world around you. You will awaken those who are ready and force others to confront themselves. This isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth that requires both courage and patience. But let me tell you, dear friend, the world needs you. The world needs the authenticity you carry, the fire you've cultivated, and the depth you bring to every room you enter. As a chosen one, you are here for a reason, to awaken, to transform, and to lead by example. So, as we dive into this journey together, I encourage you to pause, breathe, and reflect on the power within you. Take a moment to acknowledge that you are not here by accident. You are here because you are needed, and your presence alone has the ability to change lives. The nature of the chosen one's presence. Being a chosen one means existing in a constant state of heightened awareness of both your inner world and the external environment. Your presence is not just an aspect of who you are, it is a force that is felt by everyone and everything around you. When you walk into a room, people often feel it before they even see you. It's a quiet yet undeniable energy that shifts the atmosphere. It's as if the very room, the very air, acknowledges your power. This isn't something you have to force or even try to project. It's simply who you are at your core. The more you embrace this truth, the more profound its effect becomes. Your energy is magnetic, drawing people to you, yet simultaneously repelling those who are not ready to face what you represent. This duality can be both empowering and lonely, but it is essential to your mission. Your energy doesn't just passively interact with others. It actively shifts the dynamics of every space you enter. This is why some may feel nervous, threatened, or even disarmed in your presence. Your light forces them to see their own shadows, the parts of themselves they've hidden away out of fear, guilt, or shame. Whether they realize it or not, they are confronted with the truth of who they really are when they encounter you. This truth can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is also the first step toward healing. You don't need to speak a word for this to happen. Your very existence triggers this process, this awakening, this inner transformation. But this isn't just about others. Your energy also influences your own path of growth and evolution. It is in the recognition of your own presence that you begin to fully understand the depth of your calling. It's a reminder that you are not just passing through life. You are here to make a mark, to change things, and to help guide the way for others. The challenge, however, is that not everyone will be ready for that change. And so, you will often find yourself standing in the midst of people who are unaware of the deep impact you're having on them. You will see people resist, retreat, or even react negatively because they are not prepared to face the truth that your energy forces them to confront. But understand this: your presence, however intense, is a gift. It's a reminder that you are here to be a beacon of light in a world that so desperately needs it. The power of truth, the mask slips. One of the most profound effects of being a chosen one is your ability to reveal the truth hidden beneath the surface. When you enter a space, the masks people wear, those facades they've built to protect their insecurities, begin to slip. Society teaches people to hide their true selves behind these masks, to be polite, to conform, to fit in. But when they encounter you, these masks no longer hold up. You don't even need to do anything for this to happen. Simply by being who you are, you create a space where others' illusions begin to crumble. This can be a deeply uncomfortable experience for those around you, especially if they have spent their lives carefully constructing these identities to protect themselves. But in the act of revealing the truth, they are presented with a gift, the gift of self-awareness. It's important to understand that this process of mask slipping isn't a personal attack on those around you. It's not about exposing their flaws or making them feel less than. It's about providing them with the opportunity to confront themselves authentically. You are a mirror, and while that mirror may show them things they would rather not see, it also offers them the chance to heal, grow, and change. In this way, the very discomfort they feel in your presence is a catalyst for transformation. It's a reminder that we cannot evolve until we are willing to confront the things we've been hiding from ourselves. Some may react with defensiveness, retreating into themselves or becoming aggressive in an attempt to regain control. Others may feel liberated, shedding the layers of self-deception they've carried for years. Regardless of their reaction, the truth you expose will stay with them, planting seeds that could take years to fully bloom. For you, this is not something to fear or take personally, it's your calling. You are here to bring about change. And the first step in that process is always the unveiling of truth. When others are faced with the rawness of their own vulnerabilities, they have two choices: to continue hiding or to embrace their authentic selves. And through your presence, you give them the choice. The discomfort of self-confrontation. Confronting one's true self is rarely an easy or comfortable process. In fact, it's often one of the most painful experiences a person can go through. And yet, this is precisely the kind of transformation that you, as a chosen one, inspire in others. When people come into contact with your energy, they are confronted with the truths they've spent their lives avoiding. For some, this may be the first time they've been forced to look in the mirror and truly see who they are. This can cause a great deal of discomfort. It might make them feel exposed, vulnerable, or unworthy. But in this discomfort, a powerful process is occurring, one that can lead to immense growth and self-awareness. The discomfort isn't something to shy away from. It's a necessary part of the journey. As a chosen one, you must learn to navigate this discomfort with compassion. It's easy to get frustrated or even angry when people react to your energy with resistance or defensiveness. But remember, the discomfort they feel is not your fault. It is simply the result of their own inner struggle. You are simply the catalyst, the spark that awakens them to a reality they may not have been ready to face. So, instead of taking their discomfort personally, approach it with empathy. Understand that this moment of confrontation is the beginning of their own healing. And though it may be uncomfortable, it's a necessary step toward becoming their true, authentic self. In these moments, remind yourself of your purpose. You are here to help others break free from the chains of self-deception and fear. You are here to guide them toward a path of greater self-awareness and spiritual growth. Yes, the process will be uncomfortable at times, but it is always worth it. When the discomfort fades, what remains is transformation, both for them and for you. And this is the gift you bring to the world, shaking the foundations, challenging social norms. As a chosen one, your presence challenges the very core of what society holds dear. You are not just a participant in the game of life. You are a disruptor, an agent of transformation. Society has built its walls around certain ideals, behaviors, and structures, norms that over time have become rigid and unquestioned. These norms are the invisible chains that keep people in their comfort zones, wrapped in predictable patterns that, while safe, prevent growth and authenticity. But you, as a chosen one, do not fit into these molds. You are the one who asks the tough questions, the one who dares to speak the uncomfortable truths that others would rather ignore. And when you walk into a room, these unspoken rules begin to shake. Your energy creates an opening, a crack in the facade of normality, and in doing so, you compel others to question the world around them. This isn't always easy for those around you. They've been conditioned to follow a script, to act a certain way, to fit into boxes that society has drawn for them. But your presence, your truth, forces them to look beyond the surface, to confront the illusion that they've been living in. You may notice some people react defensively, unwilling to let go of the comfort they've found in the status quo. Others may feel threatened, even angry, because your very being challenges their sense of identity. But in that discomfort, there is a deep potential for change. When the foundations are shaken, the old must crumble to make way for the new. And this is the role you play. You are not here to force change upon anyone, but to create the space for that change to occur. By embodying your truth and standing firm in your authenticity, you give others the courage to begin questioning the beliefs and norms they have unquestioningly accepted. The emotional ripple effect. Your energy, as a chosen one, extends far beyond your immediate surroundings. Just as a stone creates ripples in the water, your presence stirs the emotional waters of everyone you encounter. These ripples are not always seen, but they are always felt. When you enter a room, people feel a shift. Their emotions, often buried under layers of societal conditioning and personal defense mechanisms, are suddenly awakened. Some people will feel an immediate sense of calm in your presence, as if your energy offers them a moment of peace that they have long been seeking. For others, this same energy may evoke feelings of unease, insecurity, or even resistance, as it forces them to confront parts of themselves they have long avoided. The truth you carry is a mirror, and it is impossible to interact with it without having something reflected back to you. Those who are open to self-reflection may find that your presence prompts deep emotional healing and growth. But for those who are not yet ready to face themselves, this ripple effect can feel like a storm, stirring up unresolved emotions and long-hidden fears. The key to navigating this is understanding that your role is not to control or dictate how others respond. Your energy serves as a catalyst for their internal transformation, but the work is theirs to do. In some cases, people may push back, deny, or even project negative emotions onto you because they are not ready to confront the truth that you bring. In others, you may witness profound breakthroughs, moments where the veil is lifted, and they begin to step into a more authentic version of themselves. The emotional ripple effect you create is powerful, and while it may feel challenging at times, it is always a part of the divine process of awakening. A call for transformation, awakening the sleeping souls. The world you live in is filled with sleeping souls, individuals who are lost in the illusion of a life defined by external expectations, who are unaware of the deep spiritual potential lying dormant within them. But you, as a chosen one, have a unique gift, the ability to awaken these souls simply by being who you are. Your very existence challenges the limitations that these souls have placed upon themselves, forcing them to question the life they've been living. The call for transformation begins the moment you step into someone's life. Even without words, your presence stirs something within them. It's as if your light shines into the darkness of their world, reminding them of the truth they've been hiding from. Some may resist this call. They may reject the idea that they could be anything more than what they currently are, afraid of the unknown path that transformation might bring. But for others, your presence is the spark that ignites their awakening. As a chosen one, your journey is not about forcing others to change, but rather creating the conditions that allow their transformation to unfold naturally. This is a delicate balance. Your light is meant to shine brightly, but it must also allow others the space to come to their own conclusions. You cannot walk their path for them, but you can be the guide, the example, the living proof that transformation is possible. And just as you were awakened, so too will others be, in their own time and in their own way. This call for transformation is not limited to individual growth. It has a collective impact. As more and more souls awaken, the world around you begins to shift. The collective consciousness rises, and what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. By stepping into your power and embracing your role as a chosen one, you contribute to the awakening of humanity as a whole. The role of the chosen one in collective growth. The chosen ones are not isolated figures. We are part of a greater, interconnected web of existence. Your individual growth and transformation contribute directly to the collective growth of humanity. Every time you step into your truth, Every time you overcome a challenge, every time you allow yourself to fully embody your authentic self, you are raising the vibration of the collective. This process is not immediate, but the impact is profound. As more and more chosen ones embrace their purpose and align with their divine calling, a wave of transformation begins to spread across the world. You see, the collective growth of humanity relies on individuals who are willing to break free from the old paradigms and live in alignment with higher truths. The more you awaken to your potential, the more you inspire others to do the same. Your growth is contagious. It is a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle. And while the world may seem chaotic, uncertain, and resistant at times, know that every step you take toward your own awakening contributes to the shift in the collective consciousness. The role of the chosen one in this process is profound. You are not just here to live for yourself or to achieve personal goals. You are here to help elevate the entire human experience. This is not about grand gestures or outward displays of power. It's about living authentically, aligning with your inner truth, and trusting that this alone is enough to create the change the world needs. You are here to help guide the collective toward higher levels of awareness, compassion, and unity. The more you honor your role, the more you contribute to the global awakening that is taking place right now. Finding peace in the storm, navigating resistance. As a chosen one, resistance is something you will encounter time and time again. It's not something you can avoid or outrun. The energy you carry is not always understood, and for many, it's downright unsettling. Your mere presence challenges everything they've known, everything they've been conditioned to accept as normal. People who are deeply embedded in their comfort zones, in their ways of thinking, may initially react with defensiveness, anger, or even passive-aggressive behavior. These reactions stem from fear of the unknown, fear of change, and ultimately fear of facing themselves. But as a chosen one, your role is not to force change upon anyone. Your role is to be the beacon, to stand firm in your truth, and to allow the resistance to reveal the areas where others still need to grow. It's important to understand that the resistance you face is not a sign that you are wrong or that you should dim your light. It's a sign that you are on the right path. Your presence serves as a mirror to others, reflecting back to them the truths they've been hiding, the parts of themselves they've been avoiding. In these moments of resistance, it's crucial that you remain grounded. Find peace within yourself, no matter how chaotic or challenging the situation may become. Your strength lies not in fighting the resistance, but in remaining unshaken by it. The more you stand firm in your authenticity, the less power the resistance will have over you. It's not easy, being a chosen one never is, but it is necessary. When you can maintain your peace amidst the storm, you become a living example of what it means to navigate life's challenges with grace. And in doing so, you create a space for others to come to terms with their own resistance. They may not thank you immediately, but over time, the seed you've planted will begin to grow. People will begin to realize that the discomfort you brought was not something to fear, but something to embrace. And that's where the true transformation happens, not in the avoidance of resistance, but in the courage to face it head-on with unwavering peace. Conclusion: stepping into your full potential. As you walk this journey as a chosen one, remember that every challenge, every moment of resistance, every emotional storm you weather is not just an obstacle, it is an opportunity for growth. You are being called to step into your full potential, to embrace every aspect of your divine purpose. Your journey isn't about seeking validation or approval from the world around you. It's about embracing who you truly are without fear or hesitation. The world will try to convince you that you need to conform, to shrink yourself, to play by its rules. But as a chosen one, your very existence is a testament to the power of breaking free from the chains of societal expectations. The more you step into your full potential, the more you will inspire others to do the same. Your energy becomes contagious. People around you will begin to wake up to their own dormant potential. But stepping into your full potential requires courage. It requires the willingness to let go of old patterns, old fears and outdated beliefs about who you are. It requires trusting that the universe has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. You are not here by accident. You have been chosen for this path, and with that choice comes immense power and responsibility. The world needs your light, your energy, your authenticity. It's time to stop dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. It's time to shine with all the brilliance you are capable of. This is your moment, your time to rise and fully embrace the power within you. So step boldly into your potential. Trust in yourself, trust in your journey, and trust that the resistance you face is only preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. Your full potential is not something that will be given to you. It's something you must claim for yourself. The universe is waiting for you to step into your power, and when you do, there will be no limits to what you can achieve. This is just the beginning of the extraordinary impact you are destined to make.